If you're watching this video, then most likely you have a spontaneous enlargement of your breast after breast implant surgery. So that's what we're going to discuss on this video, and it's something that I'd encourage you to watch the video very closely and maybe even rewatch it once so that you really get the gist of the information I'm going to share with you today. So if you have a breast implant placed, especially if it's placed many years ago, and your breast is spontaneously enlarging on one side, this is something that you need to get checked out right away. Now, there are two major concerns just to start with. The first one is a mass from breast cancer. Okay, now breast cancer can be benign and it can be malignant, meaning that it can be just a growth of breast tissue that is not going to be dangerous, like a fibroadenoma, or it could be a dangerous breast cancer that needs to be treated very quickly. So one of the things that we worry about, obviously, is a mass that's related to breast cancer, and that's why it's super important to get checked out. If, let's say, you have a mass and you have breast implants, then I would start by seeing your plastic surgeon or making a consultation with a board-certified plastic surgeon in your area. Obviously, if you're in my area, then I would be happy to see you. Depending on what we find, we may refer you to an oncologic breast surgeon if there's a definite mass there. We may consider undergoing other studies like an ultrasound to see what could be causing the mass as well. But in general, these are not the types of things that most plastic surgeons treat. Usually, they would refer you to an oncologic breast surgeon and sometimes may work together with that breast surgeon to help get you treated. Now, the next thing is called anaplastic large cell lymphoma. This is a very hot topic in plastic surgery nowadays, and if you have breast implants, it's very important for you to know just what this is. Anaplastic large cell lymphoma basically is a cancer, a lymphoma that occurs in the scar tissue surrounding the breast implant. And the presentation typically with this is about 7 to 8 years after the original surgery. There is a fluid collection around the implant. We call it a seroma. Okay, this does not occur in the first 6 months or a year. On average, it's 7 to 8 years later. This is typically associated with textured implants or a history of textured implants. As of this recording, there has been very few or no smooth-walled implants that have been implicated with ALCL. So once again, very much more related to a textured implant than a smooth implant. How you treat it basically is the doctor should have fluid aspirated or basically pulled out of the breast implant pocket using an ultrasound guidance, and then it needs to be tested for CD30 levels. And the CD30 levels are how you initially diagnose ALCL. Okay, and now I did make a separate video all about ALCL that is in this section that I would encourage you to watch, so that you know all about ALCL. So if it's been several years since your original breast augmentation, especially if you've got textured implants and your breast one side is spontaneously enlarging, ALCL is something that needs to be ruled out. And it's ruled out by ultrasound guidance where the fluid is removed and sent for analysis, especially looking for these CD30 cells. Now, if it is positive, ALCL is a cancer, but it typically is very effectively treated, and if it's early, just by performing surgery to remove all of the scar tissue around the breast implant. But once again, I encourage you to watch the video on ALCL that is with this pre-consultation series of videos that can be, I think, very, very educational for you. So if you have a spontaneous enlargement of your breast, you must be seen as soon as possible for evaluation. This could be a breast cancer, it could be ALCL, it could be something that's not dangerous, but you have to get these things ruled out, and it's something that you should do very quickly. If you are in my area and you would like me to see you, then call my office, tell my scheduler about the need to be seen as soon as possible for possible breast cancer or ALCL. Okay, now As of this recording, my wait list is, I think, about 1.5 years. This is not something that you should wait 1.5 years to get evaluated. You need to be evaluated very quickly, so let my scheduler know that you've watched this video, that you have done the pre-consultation, online pre-consultation, and that you are concerned about a breast mass and ALCL. And that will alert them to get you an appointment very, very soon. So this is a very potential serious situation if you have a spontaneous enlargement of one of your breasts. Once again, it's possible it could be something that, is not a big deal, but it also is possible that it is a big deal, and that's why it is very important, whether you come see me or another board-certified plastic surgeon, you need to get checked out. Thank you so much for watching.